We often think of success as this mysterious thing that just kind of happens to some people. But what if it's not a mystery? What if it's a destination and all you really need is the right roadmap to get there?
So the big question is there really a formula? A set of directions we can actually follow to build a life that's not just successful, but genuinely stable, one that can handle the bumps in the road?
Well, according to one spiritual leader, the answer is a big, resounding yes. They've laid out a whole roadmap, arguing that a great life isn't about luck at all. It's about applying a consistent set of principles. So, let's dive in and see what this map looks like. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to lay down the spiritual foundation. Then, we'll fire up the engine of change, which is your mindset. After that, we'll fuel up with purpose and well-being. And finally, we'll navigate the path to abundance before we pull it all together with the key takeaway.
First stop, the foundation. You can't build a skyscraper on sand, right? Well, according to this framework, everything else in your life is built right on top of this. Without it, the whole thing is at risk when life storms inevitably roll in.
So what does this solid ground actually look like? Well, it's held up by 5 pillars that all work together. It all kicks off with a genuine hunger to grow. That hunger then fuels a consistent life of prayer or reflection, which then naturally leads you to seek out knowledge, the word, the core wisdom that guides you. And as you learn, you find yourself in fellowship with people on the same path, which ultimately inspires you to a life of service. The idea is when these are all strong, you're unshakable.
All right, foundation set. Now let's talk about the engine that's going to drive this thing forward, your mindset. This framework makes one thing crystal clear. Your mental state is the single biggest thing you contribute to your own success or your own failure.
So how do you actually overhaul this engine? It's a 3-step process. First, you need some brutally honest awareness about the old ways of thinking that are holding you back. Second, you seek out strategic knowledge to replace it, preferably from a mentor. And third, you meditate on that new knowledge. You repeat it, you live it, you breathe it, until it stops being just an idea and becomes a deep core conviction.
And listen, this difference between just knowing something and truly believing it, it's everything. Awareness is hearing a good idea for the first time. It informs you. But conviction, that's hearing a truth over and over until it sinks into your subconscious and becomes automatic. That's what actually transforms you.
In this quote right here, wow, it just perfectly sums up why this internal transformation is so non-negotiable. The point is, if your own mind hasn't healed from old wounds or bad beliefs, you're just going to end up passing those wounds on to others. True healing has to come first.
Okay, next stop on our map, the fuel. You can have a solid foundation, you can have a powerful engine, but without fuel, you're just sitting in the driveway, right? This fuel is a combination of 2 things, your physical well-being and a clear sense of purpose.
When it comes to your health, the advice here is super straightforward. It's all about balance. Don't overdo it, but don't deprive yourself either. But the real warning is about being sedentary. The thinking here is that an inactive lifestyle isn't just lazy, it's actively destructive, literally deadening your organs over time.
And they don't pull any punches on this one. The message is blunt and to the point. Laziness is death calling your name. It's a powerful way to reframe inactivity not as rest, but as a real threat to your life.
Now for the other, maybe even more important part of the fuel, purpose. And the take here is really interesting. It says that purpose isn't something you just make up or invent. It's more like a pre-existing assignment you were born with. Your job isn't to create it, it's to discover it.
And that journey of discovery isn't some vague, mystical thing. It's a clear 3-stage path. Step 1, discover your natural gifts and talents. Step 2, refine them, sharpen them through practice and learning. And Step 3, the most important part, deploy them to serve other people.
All right, we're on the last leg of our journey now. Let's talk about navigating the path to abundance. In this part of the map, the focus is on 2 key pillars that are said to be the secret to financial stability and growth. So the 2 big drivers here are value and favor. Think of it like this. Value is what you create. It's you turning your refined gifts into something that solves a problem for someone else. But value on its own can be a slow grind. Favor? Well, favor is the supercharger. It's the support and access you get through good relationships, and it opens doors that value alone just can't.
In this quote, it really cuts to the chase on the whole favor thing. The idea is, stop wasting your energy on people who don't like you, That doesn't matter. Instead, pull your energy into the people who do like you, because that is what truly matters on your journey.
And that leads to this huge idea. Relationships are like a bank account. You can't just expect to make withdrawals if you've never made any deposits. It's seen as just plain wrong to expect support or opportunity from someone you haven't invested your own time, belief, and energy into first.
So, we've covered a lot of ground on this roadmap, haven't we? From the foundation, to the mindset, to the fuel, all the way to abundance. Let's pull over for a second and bring it all together.
And really, if there's one thing to take away from all this, is that success isn't some lottery ticket. It's not a mystery. It is the totally predictable result of doing the work, of consistently applying these principles across all the major areas of your life. You are the architect.
So, as we finish up, the map is in your hands. And the real question isn't for me, it's for you. As you look at these different areas, your spiritual foundation, your mindset, your purpose, your relationships, which part of your own roadmap needs the most attention right now?